Hey, Pastor Jason here, and today I want to talk to you about effective leadership and having a vision. In Proverbs 29:18, it says that where there's no vision, the people cast off restraint. Some translations say that they just run wild. Can you imagine everyone just running around doing whatever their sinful heart desired? The second part of that verse says that blessed are those who keep the law. So read together, it says, where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint, but blessed are those who keep the law. So putting these two statements together, we see that vision encompasses the law. This helped me out when I did my own vision casting, especially with students, because it helped us all know how to act. Let me give you an example of that. So our forefathers in the United States here had a vision of a free country, right? And that vision, among other things, helped them think about how that would come to fruition. So the long story short, they wrote the Constitution, and in that Constitution there are laws that help us maintain the original vision of being a free country.
In 1787, I'm told our founding fathers did agree to write a list of principles for keeping people free.
And the first five are some of the most popular ones that we talk about a lot, right? The freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom to gather, the right to bear arms or to own a gun, to protect ourselves, not only from, enemies abroad, but even enemies within our own country. So when we start dreaming of where we want to take the people God has given us to lead, we need to think about the guardrails we want in place to make that vision become a reality. I heard it said that vision has no autopilot, that it takes attention. So setting up guardrails to help our vision become a reality takes a lot of attention, making sure everyone is abiding by those rules of the vision. This can be tough because I feel like not everyone might get a hold of the vision that's being cast, and either sabotage the vision or just leave altogether, and now you're down someone, to help that vision become a reality. This actually happened to me here at my church, and we had a gentleman who didn't like the vision that was cast by our pastor, and he actually went a little rogue, believe it or not, and kind of did things his own way. And we try to come alongside him and help him and guide him, but he didn't like it at all, and even voiced his opinion to other people, and it caused some problems. Eventually he left, and for a couple of weeks after that happened, we were in a tough spot. But in the long run, we were blessed with sticking to the vision, and today we're seeing God's blessing being poured out because of our obedience, to that vision that was cast. This brings up a good point that even casting vision might not help everyone if they themselves are not able to be obedient to the leadership. So be aware of that when you start to create those guardrails. Paul tells us that we should live in peace with one another, but we also need to be obedient to the vision that God has given us. Be obedient to God's will, in our own lives. So what are you willing to bend, and what are you willing not to bend, when it comes to executing that vision? The last thing that I want to say to you about casting a vision is whenever you finally come to that exact thing that you want to see take place, be about it. Don't just live it out while you're in the workplace. Live it out everywhere you go. I always run into people outside of our church, that I know from the church, and I want them to see that I am sold out to the vision, no matter where I am. Our vision here at our church is to create Jesus culture and to love people how we're supposed to love people, how Jesus, set that example of how to love others, and so whatever your vision might be, make sure that you're sold out to it. So I hope this was helpful for you when it comes to casting vision. Just a couple of tips that might make it go smooth. So